Canadian Bulldog from Wrestling Merchandise and Memories. That's merchandiseandmemories.com. And today we're going to look at 5 fun facts about Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. Just before we get started, wanted to let you know that merchandiseandmemories.com has more than 100 unique and conversation-starting top 50 lists on its site. Check it out at bit.ly/top 50 lists. For those who don't know, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling was a Saturday morning cartoon show that ran on CBS between 1985 and 1987 with 2 seasons of original content. But here are 5 facts you may not know. 2 characters were voiced by future TV stars. The titular Hulk Hogan character was voiced not by the Hulkster, but rather by Brad Garrett, best known as the brother on Everybody Loves Raymond. Likewise, the Junkyard Dog wasn't voiced by JYD, but rather James Avery, best known as Uncle Phil on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. One character never made it to the show. Early artwork for the show indicates that there was a mohawked female character who was meant to be on the heel side. The character's name was Mad Maxine, and she was based on a wrestler of the same name who had debuted in the WWF in 1985, managed by the fabulous Moolah, and intended to have a feud with Wendy Ritter. Unfortunately, Mad Maxine left the promotion before the cartoon aired, and she was never told that she was meant to be in Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. 2 characters left the WWF early in the show's run. Wendy Ritter was one of 2 female characters on the show, but unfortunately, she had left the WWF in late 1985. And Superfly Jimmy Snuka was also in the cartoon, despite leaving the WWF in 1985 because, well, we won't get into that here. The shows were briefly on the WWE Network. After Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling was canceled, most of us had to track down VHS tapes to find old episodes. But in April of 2015, the WWE Network added Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling to its library. By July of that year, the show was off the air because Hulk Hogan was fired by WWE for, well, we won't get into that either. They made Rock and Wrestling merchandise. Even though the cartoon show was short-lived, that didn't mean that they didn't produce tons of merchandise, including lunchboxes, jigsaw puzzles, card games, and even collectible erasers that looked kind of like wrestling figures. And hey, given that our website is called Wrestling Merchandise and Memories, maybe we need to stock up on some of this merch. What do you remember about Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling? Are there any other fun facts out there that we should know about? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Wrestling Merchandise and Memories.